We might be live. I think we're live. Yeah, we are. There we go. Oh boy. Another one of those nights where I just kind of hit go live and didn't... I don't know what we're doing tonight. I gotta be honest. I guess we'll figure it out as we go along. I mean, I've got some general ideas on stuff to do, but I don't know how successful we'll be. You've been warned. There may be very little progress made today. Alright, first things first, audio. How do we sound? We sound indeed. We sound in actuality, so that's good. I can hear some game audio too. It's pretty soft. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just go with it for now. We can always bump it later, I suppose, if we need to. It's a weird game to mix, because it's like rockets, you know? Rockets are loud. They're gonna blow your eardrums out if you let them. So even though the music is like soft and atmospheric right now, as our little Kerbal guy floats above the atmosphere, things may get a little bit rambunctious later on. So I would hate to deafen anyone with sudden audio like explosions or whatever. I'm sure there'll be no explosions tonight, though. I'm sure everything will go fine. That's enough pre-blabbering. Let's get to the actual blabbering, like the blabbering we're all here for. Intro first. Hello and welcome to another stream. This is Laggy Couch. Tonight we're playing Kerbal Space Program. I guess before we get into the game, just a little bit of, like, I guess, schedule stuff / real life-ish stuff. So, I mentioned last stream that things have been kind of weird for me, to put it mildly. Had a bit of a rough weekend. I've been reconsidering a lot of things, and I think streaming pressure is part of why things may have gone down. And talking to my friend, he kind of like helped me maybe realize that. So I think for the near future, we may cut down on the Monday streams. Might eliminate them and go to like 4 streams a week instead of 5. That'll give me a better chance to kind of take some time and focus on my mental health, maybe, and take some pressure off, possibly. Plus, you know, the Monday streams are usually pretty quiet anyway, so I don't think it's like a huge loss. We'll still get like a midweek stream on Wednesday, and we'll still get 3 days on the weekend. So I think it's fine. We may go back to picking up another stream at some point in the future, but for now I kind of want to try and sort some stuff out. So appreciate your understanding there. Hopefully that's okay. I'm sure it's not a big deal, but I thought I'd let you know what's going on. So I will update the like schedule and stuff. This may be the last Monday stream for a while. Although, you know, if we miss a weekend stream, I guess I could always slide a day to Monday. So Monday might become like a flex day, you know? It's like we won't stream on Monday unless we miss a day on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you know? Maybe something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And why we're streaming today is because I missed Friday and Saturday. So yeah, we're making up a few streams here. Or just one stream, I guess. We're making up for a couple missed streams. So, Kerbal Space Program. This is my second foray into this game. First time, I kind of went in blind. Things haven't improved too much, but there's some nice folks that dropped by that kind of at least got me pointed in the right direction after some trial and quite a bit of error. We managed to go to space last time, and that was fun. I think one of the guys that was here kind of clued me into maybe a better way to go about things for what I'm trying to do, which was like a science campaign rather than a career where money and stuff is a consideration and contracts, or just free play where it's just like sky's the limit and you have no idea what you're doing. So maybe like a science campaign might be the right way to ease into the game. So that's what we did when we started, and we did some science. Science was done, and I guess I'm ready to do some more. Goals for the stream are as follows. I guess the big goal, which is kind of like denoted in the stream title, is we want to go to the moon. We want to go check that out. I think what I heard is maybe we want to just fly by it first before we actually go there. But my goal for the end of the stream is to have a Kerbal walking around on the moon, which is spelled M-U-N here, I think. Will he make it back safely? I can't say that's going to happen. But that's kind of the long-term goal. Also, like a sub-goal, getting into orbit. I did do a little bit of research on like things to do in this game, and orbit seems like a decent target, right? Unfortunately, I have no idea like I get what orbit is, but I don't know like how to know when you're in orbit in this game. I guess you just get into space, and then if you've aligned things properly, you just will not fall anymore. Seems about right. So the approach for this is going to be as follows. If anyone shows up to help, I will heed their advice, and we'll make use of the experts that at least were around last time to assist me in my journey. But if they don't, if it's just a quiet night, I'm going to give this a shot kind of blind. We're just going to try to go into orbit and to go to the moon without any assistance at all. And then once we inevitably fail that, well, I mean, I guess if we succeed, then that's great. Then I'm like a genius and it's been confirmed. But I seriously doubt that's going to happen. If we fail that, then I'm going to go in look into like the training missions and stuff, because I suspect there's some pointers that we can pick up from there. So that's the general idea. And then obviously take the training and see if we can apply it to achieving our goals. Let's go ahead and get in there. I guess this is my saved game. Couch launch. Okay. Right, yes, the good old research facility. So I guess we have 87 science. Is there any science that we want to develop here? We got like this tree, you know? Science tree, I guess, like a tree of science. We have 87 points. We get advanced rocketry, general construction, aviation, flight control, or basic science. I think rocketry is what we want, right? Well, that's going to allow us to get higher and further. And if we're going to the moon, we're going to need the best rockets we can find. So let's go ahead and grab this. And then we've got 42. We're just shy of any other path. So hopefully that was a good call. Let's see what we got here. We got the Starshot 8, which is... What is this? There's enough fireworks for a quick show. So it's fireworks. We just have fireworks now. Okay. We got Starshot 32. It's a large firework launcher. If this one goes off at the wrong time, you may be looking for more than just a refund. Oh my god. Sounds dangerous. We should try to use it. Fuel tanks. Okay, very good. Fuel tanks are useless if there's a liquid engine. Right, so this is for liquid fuel. So maybe an upgraded fuel tank. We got a liquid fuel engine here. Okay. Okay, so this is, I think, just an engine. I'm pretty sure it's just an engine. I'm like scanning through the flavor text here. Okay. And then we've got the Terrier liquid fuel engine. Okay. Got it. Particularly useful as a final stage and landing engine. Got it. Okay, so that's cool. We've got some new options for building stuff, right? And I guess we should probably get to the vehicle assembly building and begin building stuff in the building. Building towards success. Okay. As far as a name, you always want to name stuff before you get started. Sorry, I was taking a drink there. Call this the Orbit Couch. 47 plus 1. There we go. Airship description. It's ship. I think I did that before. Bruh. Yeah, there we go. Perfectly named. We'll work top to bottom. So we'll need a command pod. There it is. It's been placed. Beautiful. So, if we're going to orbit, what are we going to need to do? I suppose we're going to need to... Okay, we're going to need enough thrust to get up and, like, out of the atmosphere, right? What did you do? What, Rohank? What do you mean, what did I do? What did you do? Good to see you, though. Nothing, you just stirred the tanks? I feel like this is another reference that's gone over my head. Although, Rohank, I did look up the Ohio reference after last stream. So I'm clued into that one at least. Like swag down in Ohio? Oh, I see. You're doing a bit. Enjoy the bit. I will catch it once it's done. But yes, alright, so we got our command pod. That's good. We have fuel tank options. This is a big fuel tank. That's probably the best, right? Although we can always just stack them. Houston, we have a problem? Soon. Soon we will definitely have a problem, Rohank. You love Apollo 13? Me too. I saw that movie when I was, like, very young. And I probably need to watch it again. I feel like some of the lessons learned in that movie might be very applicable to some of our astronauts in the very near future. Let's do, like, 3 of these guys, yeah. You're getting to buy Kerbal Space Program? Cool. I feel like I don't know enough about it to really recommend it yet, but I've had a pretty good time. I guess if I learned anything last time, it's either have someone around that knows what they're doing, which is not me, by the way, or, like, just follow the wiki and follow the guide just so you know at least a general idea of what's going on. Right, so we've got a command pod and we got some fuel tubes. That's pretty cool. I think... Let's see. What are these things? Yeah, okay, so we got some, like, side rocket engines. That's neat. That's pretty sick. If you can build stuff with friends. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat, Rohank. I'm in the same boat. So we got... Okay. We have these, like, end of like, tube rockets, right? Which I think we should probably use. And since we're going to try to, like, turn into orbit, maybe a Reliant would be a good idea. So this does allow you to... Or the swivel, rather. This will allow you to, like, swivel and maneuver and stuff. Man, it's a pretty basic rocket there. Maybe it's enough? We don't need anything structural. Coupling. Ooh, we may need couplers. Yeah, we should probably definitely add a coupler, yeah. There. I think it's been added properly. It's tough to tell whether it, like, phased in properly or not. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, nope. Grab it. Stick it there. Grab this. Stick it there. Okay, we're good. We're good. So I guess one thing we could do... Okay, I'm not worried about returning at this point. I just want to get up into space and try to get, like, circling. So we can worry about, like, I don't know, secondary rockets and decoupling and all that stuff in a little bit. These radial decouplers look very tasty, honestly. I kind of want to, like, stack more fuel tanks around these fuel tanks. But for now, we'll be good. Let's see. We've got a service bay. Okay. That seems nice, except we're not trying to protect anything yet. We will need some aerodynamics at some point in the near future. Ooh, nose cone. Cool. Except I think we need a parachute. Why don't we, like, not forget about the parachute, eh? Where's that? Utility? No. Of course, they put the fireworks in the utility. Let's see here. Ground? No. Where the heck is the parachute? Oh, there it is, right? Yep. Very good. So we got a parachute now. We're not worried about doing science yet. So I just want to get up there and, like, see what happens. We need fins. We need fins of some sort. That's a pretty nice fin. Okay, I learned last time. So there's, Actually, I learned a few things last time. So we can place a bunch of these fins, right, with the symmetry tool. Maybe, like, 6 of them would be fine. There we go. Nice. And we can also check... We can check out our... What was it? Like, aerodynamic center or something? Where's that? It wasn't snap. Yeah, here it is. Aerodynamic overlay. So there's that. And center of mass. So I think because aerodynamics below center of mass, I think we're good. Oh, you just bought it. Nice. You got money for your birthday? Hey, happy birthday, Rohank. Congratulations on surviving another year, and hope you enjoyed the game. Yeah. So now that we've taken the fins off, the aerodynamic center is, like, way the hell up there. So, yeah, I think we're okay. Let's just launch it and see what happens. Oh, we need to mess with our stages, though, I believe. So let's add a few stages. So, let's see. Stage 1 is going to be thrusters on, right? Stage 2 is going to be decouple. And stage 2 is the engine. Stage 1 is decouple, and stage 0 is shoot. So, oh, your birthday was a while ago. Well, happy birthday anyways, dang it. Happy birthday to you anyways. Either this one or the next one. All right, let's go ahead and save this ship. Yes, sure. Saved. Good. And let's launch it and just see what happens. Better than a 90% of your friends. You know. Launchpad's not clear. Clear the launchpad. Please. Okay, thank you. Just left a rocket out on the launch pad. How irresponsible. Hope might have got like a serious parking ticket. Okay, just looking at this thing, it doesn't look as tall as the last spacecraft we had. Like, it doesn't look tall enough. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Engines are a go. And I guess we can begin thrust. Okay. Just keep thrust going. Let's... There was a way to... Yeah, okay. SAS has been activated as well, so we have stability assist. Ooh! That is maneuverable. Look at that. Get quite a bit of wiggle there if you want it. If that's what you're into. Okay. Yeah, I think... Okay, we're staying pretty steady for the time being. Just keep an eye on it. Fuel's about, I don't know, 60% left, 40% gone. Alright. This is fine. This is going okay so far. I don't think we'll have enough fuel. That's kind of my general sort of, like, feel for this. But we can also start... Okay, so if we're going to orbit this thing, right, we need to get some sort of... Like, we need to get going around the planet, not just, like, out of the planet, right? Going in an arch? Yeah, exactly. But if I go too much of an arch... There we go, we're, like, wobbling around and shit. So, yeah. So now we're in orbit. Okay, it says orbit, so that's helpful. But I don't think we got enough altitude. Yeah, I think this ain't gonna be enough. So, the question is, was this an issue with the overall design or with the way I carried the mission out? Because we could try this again. We could say, well... Because I'm assuming once I press, like, speed up, it's going to... Things are going to go pretty bad pretty quickly. Just kind of the vibe I get. Where's that speed up thing? Here we go. Oh, we're still, like... We're vaguely rising. That's surprising. I was hoping we'd be going more horizontal, you know. Well, we kind of are. Okay. Yeah, no, we're falling back down. Okay. We did get up to orbit, though. So we may have enough fuel to pull this out. Oh, I see what you're asking. You're asking if you can... If you can join the game. No. I do prefer to, like, stream solo. Apologies, Rohank. But, hope you understand. Well, we made it to, like, a new continent, so that's pretty cool. And we, like, survived, too. That's... There was a big explosion somewhere. Where was that? I heard it. Let's look for the smoke cloud. Well, you know, if I wasn't around, if it was on, like, some other part of the planet, then, you know, I can't be held responsible, of course. You love low-quality Earth? Me too. See, in this game, the graphics are low quality. But in real life, the Earth is low quality. Like, morally? I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting at there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and recover, I guess. Yeah, you should learn what you're doing. Yeah, when you find out, let me know. Like, give me an idea, because I don't have a clue. It's nighttime. There's, like, a way to, like, advance time, I think. I can't remember what it was, though. Back to the launch pad we go. With Orbit Couch. Yes, this guy. Wait, hang on. What are you doing? Let's go... Okay. Vehicle assembly. Let's pull the vehicle out. Okay, here it is. Very good. I think we need more power. I want to add one more fuel compartment, I think. If I can figure out how. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, more fuel. Give us more juice. Where is it? Not engines. Oh, here we go. Fuel tanks. Okay, so another one of these. Tack it on. Let's double check our aerodynamic center and our center of mass. Still fine. We're still great. I guess that was one advantage of adding another fuel tank, right? Is we added some mass. We also, like, we offset the fins from the top. So aerodynamic center, we should be, like, even more stable than before, which I guess is bad for turning. Didn't think about that. I wonder if... should we try to, like, nestle the blue ball right up next to the yellow ball? Let's do it. Come here. So... Wait, hang on. What the fuck? Oh, it's because it's just one, right? Yeah, fuel tank, indeed. Give me 6 of these babies. There we go. Maybe we need fewer. Let's do 4. Yeah, like that. That's just 3, but that's fine. Let's do them like there, yeah. So this should be a fairly maneuverable little craft, I would think. Let's name it the +2. Save. And launch. Rohank points out the more it looks like phallic, the better it is. It's a solid strategy. I would definitely use that in the pitch meeting when you're like asking for funding. All right, SAS is a go. And we are launching. Thrusters are a go. All right. Ooh, it's like a sunset takeoff. All right, how maneuverable is this thing? It's pretty responsive. Okay, let's get going at an angle, yeah. So you wanna, yeah. We wanna kind of like, I don't. We do have more fuel this time. Yeah, we are going laterally, so that's what you want. Okay. I'm guessing every little bit you turn is like wasted energy though. Like I feel like I turned too quick there. That's just like a feeling. It's not based on anything other than just vibe, you know. Yeah, I think we need to be a little bit more vertical here. Probably. Oh well, live and learn, right? I guess we should start like taking note of the altitude we're at when we start turning and stuff. It's kind of hard to tell with the darkness and stuff. Maybe we should. There was a way to like advance to daylight, to morning before the launch. You see, like I'm unable to angle up anymore, and we are now just there it is. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I'm not sure. Something tells me this is not how it's supposed to go. Actually, can we toggle SAS back on, please? There we go. Well, we're kind of... I can see the stars now. That's good. Maybe this game is less realistic than you thought. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. If you see anything unrealistic, let me know. So one thing is... the longer we stay in this, like, burning zone... I'm sure there's a technical name for it. The worse it is, right? I don't know. Maybe it's fine on the way out. I was afraid we'd start, like, exploding and stuff. I mean, we're vaguely in space. We're sort of in space. But what's going to happen now? Well, you know. Okay. Altitude is still rising. No way. No way we pulled this off. It's impossible. We're in orbit. What the fuck? How? I didn't know what I was doing. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and detach. Wait, it worked? Yeah, I know, I'm shocked. I mean, we're still like slightly gaining altitude here, but... What? No way. That's impossible. I don't believe it. You told me it would work, I guess. I mean, we like don't have any control anymore. We seem to be like orbiting, you know? Like we're in orbit and we're not like falling to the earth, to the surface yet. Okay, now we are. I mean, that was like a partial orbit. I'll take it. So, That's improvement, man. That's, like, not bad. Like, I'm not saying it's good or anything, but it's not bad either. We'll probably burn up on re-entry. May have done a bit too well. Nah, no way. Impossible. Oh, that's a nice shot with this, like, silhouetted against that galaxy back there. Cool. Yeah, I mean... We're fairly orbital. Like, we've been up here for a while. Like, a good long time. Do we call this a success and start shooting for the moon? I think we might, you know. Our altitude keeps increasing. We're going to build up speed, and the Earth's gravity is going to slingshot us away. I don't think that's a problem. I think we are... Yeah, our altitude is dropping. Hey, we survived re-entry, though. That's pretty cool. Should we go ahead and pop shoot? I think we should. There it is. No idea where we landed. Love the dude in the bottom right. Yeah. Valentina this time. It's a change of pilot. Oh, somebody had a dude named Jeb. Cool. You know what? I'll call that a solid victory. A solid, like, improvement, you know? Ooh, there's the moon. We're going there. We're going there soon. Just wait. Wait, did we land in a lake? No, I just, like, phased through the world. Okay. Like, what's going on around here? Can we, like, check it out? Just, like, a nice open field with, like, mountains in the background. Okay, cool. Let's recover. So what happened there? Victory Royale, yeah. We got no science, but that's okay. That's not really what we're doing yet. Okay, let's think about what happened. We got to space, and that was cool. But once we were up there, we kind of just stayed, and then we eventually fell back into Earth's, like, atmosphere. Yeah. we had a parachute, though, Rohank, so I don't think death was assured there. I think this is fairly realistic, although Ocean should be better. I agree, Ocean would probably be better, but within the constraints of the game, that was fine. So what I really want is, when we get to space, I, like, want to break Earth's atmosphere, then when we get up there, I want to be able to, like, maneuver around and stuff. Staging thing, exactly, Rohank. Staging is what I think we need. So, how are we going to do that? Because I've never done any staging type stuff in this game before. Yeah, exactly. Dropping the fuel tanks when they're empty. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, new plan. Let's swap. Let's, like, delete some of this and, like, let's go to a 2-stacker. Yeah, as far as fuel tanks go. So, like, here. And then let's stack some... Okay, hang on. Let's get some decouplers radially. Let's do... What do you think? Like, 4 of these? Well, hang on. I'm trying to envision what this is gonna look like, you know? Like, I think I can envision how a spacecraft that can decouple could look, but it looks dumb to me. I see, Rohank. Then we are truly screwed. Rohank says, I need to first understand women, and then I can understand rocket science. Yeah, no, we're doomed then. We're so friggin' doomed. Have near the bottom, I guess. Yeah. Let's look at all our materials and supplies here. So what do we have? We got our command pod, good. Fuel tanks, mini sizes. We got all our engines. Oh, we have a solid fuel booster. Oh. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we use the solid boosters to, like, get outside atmosphere, and then we jettison them, and then we go to our liquid fuel, where we can control our we control things a little bit better. Yeah? How about that? And then we've got all of our liquid fuel engines over here. Yeah, Reliant. We've also got these guys. This game takes you a while to load. It loaded pretty quick for me, Rohank. Yeah, so we got the hammer and the flea. So maybe we... Okay, here's what we do. Let's put a swivel down here. Like, right there. Let's get our couplers going. Let's do... I don't know, like... Actually, I'm starting to question things. Maybe we need... Now, let's try this first. Yeah, let's stick the couplers there. Then let's go... hammers. Coupled on there. This doesn't look right to me. I feel like these should be a bit lower, yeah. Maybe, no. Maybe, like, there. Like, they should be all the way down, right? They should be all the way down. Alright, that means our couplers need to be replaced. Is in placed again, not like they're broken or anything. So, come here, couplers. Let's place you, like, down here at the bottom. Let's go get our solid fuel hammers. And hammer them in place. With nails and stuff. I mean, it looks pretty bad. It doesn't look very promising to me. Rohang's game loaded. Way to go, Rohang. Nice. Okay, now I'm assuming stability is just absolutely screwed here. Yeah. Totally. So we need some aerodynamics. So maybe winglets? Maybe like 3 winglets down there? Yeah, our CG is just a bit below. CG's still a little too low, I think. Can we... I guess we could do that. Maybe that. It's not great, you know, but it seems fine-ish? I wonder if this will be enough fuel. I don't know. Let's just try it out. Let's save it as couch orbit plus 7. There we go. Save. Launch. Okay, still nighttime. Oh, we need to set up our stages, like, really bad. Okay, hang on. Okay, so stage 4 is this. Stage 3 is the decoupler. Wow, it actually did it kind of right. Stage 2 is that. Okay, so just to go through it, it says to say, this is this and that is that. Let me explain. Solid boosters are stage 1. They're going to go, and they're just going to... That's what they're going to do. Next stage is going to be decoupling the boosters. Then we'll activate our liquid fuel engine. So that'll be our maneuverable one. And then after that, we can always decouple that, and that'll be our return craft with our parachute. So that's the idea. Will it work? Can't tell you. SAS activated. Let's go. Okay, so as far as maneuverability goes, you got some with this. I don't think that's enough solid fuel, though, is the thing. That'll get us partially up there, but not all the way. So we'll need either more, like, bigger fuel, solid fuel, or more solid fuel. Or, like, quantity more, I mean. Yeah, because that's gone now. Yeah, now we're on the liquid. But I don't think it's enough. We're, like, hyper-maneuverable, which is fine. That's good, but... See, I would like to be, like, out of the atmosphere by the time we hit the next stage, you know? By the time we... I want to drop... Oh. Oh. Well, that's fun. SAS, please. Yeah, I want to drop our solid state, like, in orbit, you know? So... Solution's pretty clear. Just need more solid state. Then once you get into orbit, it's like a delicate balancing act, right? So this is an easy solution. Just throw more rocket fuel at it and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So now we're in orbit. Okay, hang on. So, engine's cut. We have just a little bit of fuel left. Not much. Okay. So now we're... Well, hang on. Let's kind of get going laterally, yeah. So, more engines, please. And I want to go... Yeah, kind of like so. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Okay. Oh, God. That's a lot. Didn't realize we weren't full throttle there. How's this looking? So we are still rising, it seems. Okay. Is this it? Have we done it? I mean, we're still, like, going up is the thing. So are we still in orbit or not? Couldn't tell you. Okay, oh, hang on. We are going back down. Okay. Hang on. That's fine. It's okay. So rockets a go. And, oh, let's get going. Oh, we're out of fuel. Well, that's like super unfortunate. That's like mega unfortunate for us. Yeah, we just need more fuel. Let's go to like let's double everything next time. Let's go to the really tall solid state boosters, and let's also go to like 4 liquid fuel tanks. But for now, we are going down. Yep. In fact, do we want to go ahead and jettison? There we go. See you later. You may explode. Oh. We didn't explode. Kind of surprised. Can we pop chute? Chute's been popped. We may land in the ocean this time. It looks like ocean below. It's dark, so it's tough to tell. So, lesson learned from that is we just need more of everything. But that was still an improvement. We still did maneuver around a bit in space. You know, we did try to correct trajectory and stuff. The issue was we just didn't have enough fuel. Because we had to jettison the solid fuel first and use the liquid fuel to help us escape atmosphere. Okay. No big deal. Do we land yet? We're still, like, way up there. Hurry it up. Come on. I need to float in the sky forever. I mean, that's kind of the plan when you're orbiting, right? But not here. Wrong place. Right place, right time, and all that. Splash? Splash, please. Whenever you're ready. If you don't mind. And skabloosh. Well done. Myself. And also the pilot. Okay. We got a plan. Back to vehicle assembly. Okay, so what we do is we take this. We go get some more fuel. Give me 2 of these. Nice. So we got tons of liquid fuel once we get up there. Just out of curiosity, so if I drop this stuff... So this is like post-jettison, right? Yep, there we go. So what do things look like here? So we should be able to maneuver pretty well. Once we're past, like, the solid state fuel stage. Okay. What if we do thumpers instead? And we need 3 of these babies, not just 1. 1 will not be enough. Thought it was pretty clear about needing more and stuff. Oh well. Thumper, please. There we go. We put it there. Seems kind of unstable. I would be concerned about those couplers, you know. In this situation, that's a lot of torque being put on those guys. But hopefully the game's unrealistic enough to allow us to get away with it. Also, those fins aren't going to be very effective, are they? They're like phasing through the solid boosters. Maybe it's fine. Maybe the game understands that we'll still get full aerodynamic advantage from that, but I don't know. Okay. Plus 12. We're good. Save, launch, let's go. Okay. Stages are not set. So we need a stage 4. Yeah, here we go. Let's drop... Oh my god, what's happening? Oh, wait, no, this is fine. Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I thought that was like quantity. I thought it was like total 6, but yeah. No, it's a solid booster 1, solid booster 2, solid booster 3. Decoupled. Liquid fuel engine. Decoupled. Parachute. Good. We're good. And... let's begin. Straight up we go. Okay, we'll kind of try to do what we did the time before. We go straight for a little while, and then we'll start turning a bit. Also, looks like our fins that are totally not exposed at all are still doing work, so that's good. Let's start to rotate a little bit, if you don't mind. Which, in fact, we may have to turn SAS off for that. I'm not sure if you can turn with SAS or not. It's like a stability system, so... kind of makes sense that you might not be able to, but... I'm not getting much control here. Like, I'm pretty hard on the yaw right now. Are we in space yet? I don't think we are. We're out of solid fuel. Okay. Oh! That's a problem. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Just leave. I've never had a game, like, warn me so hard about loading a save. Jeez. Okay. So let's go back to vehicle assembly. The issue is, apparently, our solid boosters were not attached to our couplers at all. So when I hit the decoupler, they did not decouple. Real shock, let me tell you. Let's see. It looks like they're on there, though. How do we zoom in with this game? I forget. It's like, yeah, there we go. Are you sure, game? Oh, I see. Yeah, we are not aligned. Okay. Well, maybe the couplers are out of position then. Yeah. I'm gonna say they probably are. So let's pull these guys like up a bit. And now can I? Okay, so what does that look like? I don't know. It like doesn't want to be coupled, man. What the hell? Maybe we need more couplers? Maybe that's the deal? Maybe it's just like nose? It's like not big enough? I don't know. Okay. Let's just try more couplers. Or decouplers, right? They are decouplers, not just couplers. Noted. Okay, so let's do like one there. Well, we need 3, don't we? So yeah, let's do like 3 there, and then get some more and like do 3 up there. Man, they're not gonna be aligned though, is the thing. I feel this feels weird. This feels wrong. I wonder if these thumpers are like too big to be decoupled or something. Surely not, right? Also, this looks a little dumb. Also, by the way, side note. Well, actually, we may be okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Don't know. Those seem to be in coupling position, though, to me. Okay, so, It looks a bit dumb. Again. I feel the need to reiterate, like, I'm not saying this looks fine to me. But I am saying that we can try. Alright, let's check our magical spheres. Our orbs of, are we gonna be okay or not? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good, baby. Alright, let's try one more time. 13. Save. And launch. Oh, clear the launch pad, please. Thank you. Yeah, don't know. Don't know. It doesn't look great, does it? But maybe it's fine. Let's giddy up. Woo, you see that wobble there? Love to see that. Yeah, not a ton of control. Like before. Well, we were tilting a little bit, but not much. We're like too stable now. How did that happen? That's weird. Doesn't feel like it should be possible. Okay. Well, hang on. I forgot about something. So last time we like didn't quite have enough fuel to escape atmosphere, I don't think. But we should have plenty of liquid fuel, so maybe it's fine? Because my aerodynamics? Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're too stable. Right there, those go. Okay. And, oh god, not what I wanted. Thrust please, there we go. Alright, I want to get to orbit. So we're burning some liquid fuel here, but not too much. Tell you how to fire the engines? It's space on my computer. Alright. Ooh, there we go. That's what we want. We want to be going sort of sideways. Slightly sideways. Just a little bit side. Okay, now we're in orbit. So let's break like full horizontal and also undo that. Okay. So. We're still rising somewhat. Let's get just a little... Okay, hang on. SAS, please. Okay, let's cut engines. SAS. So now we should be pretty locked in. We're gaining atmosphere. So what I want to know... There was a way last time that we could see. What was it? Was it the purple thing? Yeah. So... Apoapsis is at 102. Yeah, 102 kilometers. So, like, right at 100 kilometers, we're going to want to try and get really lateral, you know? Yeah, so let's speed up just a little bit, but we want to keep an eye on it. Yeah, when we get to, like, 95... Okay, yeah. So, here. So, let's engage again. And this time, SAS off. And let's kind of try and get this baby going pretty horizontal. Yeah, like that. Okay, cut entrance, please. Thank you. Okay. So now... Like, we're rising a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah, we're only going up to 108 here. Okay, well, that's a bot. Hi, bot. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. And see you later. Huh. Nice. Even the bots come here to cheer me on. I love to see it. Alright, so what's going to happen when we get to 108 here? We're going to start to, like, slowly fall, I guess? I suppose that's what's going to happen, right? Yeah. 108.3. Yeah, so we've bottomed out. So at this point... Okay. No, we're still falling. Okay, hang on. We can save this. If I press the right buttons, we can save... Okay, hang on. SAS! We are pointing the exact wrong direction, baby. You'll love to see it. Okay. Well, I mean, got pretty good at, like, whipping this thing around. So that's pretty cool, but not what we want. I am so turned around with the controls. Like, right goes, like, kind of up-ish. How's our fuel? It's not great. Fuel's not great. Okay, let's do this. Oh, God. We are falling. How do you turn? It's WASD. Okay, well. I just don't... Oh, hang on. I think normal's what we want. Well, I don't know. Alright, so what is prograde, retrograde, radial out, radial in? I don't know what all this stuff means anymore. I guess it doesn't matter because we don't have any fuel anymore, so we're just like, we're just falling. Okay, bye. Speed up. Take me down to Earth. Now for the long fall. Delicious. Should not be drinking soda, but whatever. I feel like it. I need the sugar. I don't need the sugar, but the sugar's nice. Alright, I think we've had some solid attempts at orbit. But I feel like I'm missing something. So, I'm going to go back and look at the tutorials after this and just see if they have any, like, this is what you should think about when you go to orbit type tutorials. Oh, prograde. Yeah, there we go, I think, maybe. You know, the lack of sunlight here is realistic because the sun's on the other side of the Earth. But at the same time, it'd be nice to see, like, where the hell we're going. Even at the sacrifice of, like, realism. Okay. We are slowly falling. I guess we could go and pop shoot. Yep. 'Tis done. Some sort of, like, desert area? Maybe? You can't tell what color the ground is on account of all the frickin' darkness. Starlight is not sufficient here. That was like a 7-minute flight, it seems like. So not... I think it's an improvement. I think it's better than we've done before. I think that thing that's 9 kilometers that way is probably one of our decoupled, like, fuel tanks. Oh, no, it's green down here. It's not sand. It's grass. Unless there's sand under the grass, which could be. In which case, it's both. It could be sand and grass. Or as I like to call it, scrass. Okay, we went to space, we're back. Orbit was kind of a failure, sort of. At least as far as, like, a complete revolution goes, you know? Oh. Whoop. Had that on the exact wrong setting. Kind of nice to flip it around, though. Like, look, shwoop. And shaboop. I'm gonna get the shoot tangle doing this, aren't I? Yeah, this is a bad idea. Let's keep doing it. Ooh, I heard an explosion off that way. There it is. Nice. That was a nice one. That was a juicy one. Yeah, I think normal's what we want in the future. So once we get up to orbit, we should hit normal. And let the SAS take over. I don't know what the difference between radial out, radial in, and prograde, retrograde is. Guess it's fine. Are we sped up at all? We're not. Please go. Why are we going in real time there? Do I just, like, want to waste everybody's time? Okay, now that we've... Okay, I said I was going to go look at tutorials now. I lied. I told a fib. I want to try that again. Same setup, but I want to use the normal setting next time. RS Bear says, the tutorial tells you all that. Right. Yeah. But, I don't know. I like flying blind a little bit, you know? I like seeing how far I can get on my own, even if I am just stumbling in the dark. And then, after that, you know, looking for help and seeing where I went wrong and the errors of my ways and stuff. By the way, hope you're doing well tonight, RS Bear. Good to see ya. Okay, so yeah, like I said, no changes here. Let's go launch again. And just see what happens. Rohank says, their spacecraft crashed 3 times in a row. That pretty much matches my first experience, so... don't feel like you're left out or something, like you're having a unique time there. I also failed, but I also skipped tutorials and stuff, so... Whatever. It's part of the fun. We're off. We're up. Okay. SAS is on. We want to go straight up at this point, which is... Prograde? Yeah. Had 2 choices there. One of them would have been very bad. So one of them would have flipped the ship and got us pointed straight down, I think. Actually, does that work? We may not have the control to do that. So we may have been okay either way. We'll never know now. We'll just wonder for all time. Forevermore. Okay. Solid fuel is... depleted. Gone. Go. And now we're on liquid fuel for now. Yeah, not the most efficient. You'd like to use solid fuel to get all the way out, I think? Possibly, but... This is fine. This is okay. I don't know how I, like, feathered throttle before. I seemed unable to do it this time. It's all or nothing. Okay. Alright, now we're in orbit. So now let's go normal. Very good. To space. Indeed, mind blocks. We're here. Okay. And now, we are pretty much... Well, why are we rotating, though? Is that something I should be concerned about? Falcon 9 doesn't use solid fuel. I see. It's all liquid then, eh? It's pretty fancy. Okay, so... We're now in a pretty horizontal state. We've got over half our fuel. Our apoapsis is at 96 kilometers, which is about 30 above. What's that warning? Oh, port action group. Nah, it's fine. It's okay. Which we'll reach in about a minute. Yeah, mind blocks. You can... Hey, I appreciate you checking in, though. It's very nice. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks for stopping by. Okay. Let's get a little bit more thrust. Okay, that didn't do anything for our... It barely dropped our apoapsis. Not too bad. So, at this point... Do we want to kind of... I feel like we need a bit more altitude, you know? So let's see. If I deactivate this... If I deactivate SAS, and let's just say... No, not that. Okay, so now we got a nice, like, a slight tilt going, right? So if we do that, our apoapsis is, like, slightly increasing. Not too bad, though. We got a little bit of rotation going. Try to level that out. Okay, there we go. Kind of finicky. Okay. You actually want yourself to be pointed at Earth? Really? Bro, Hank, why do you know so much about, like, orbital mechanics and stuff? He says, I think. That's two words you never want to hear from, like, ground control, is I think. But, hey, it sounds like you know what you're talking about more than I do, so... Yeah, I think we've pretty much reached our apex at this point. Yeah. So we're just kind of circling around. Oh, Rohank actually studied some rocket science. Well, good for you. No, just kidding. That's awesome. Arse Bear says, they're just going to watch my learning process unfold. Okay. Enjoy, I guess. Enjoy scoffing at me. Oh. Shit. I did not mean to do that. That's a little sad. That's... Okay, SAS on. Retrograde, please. I guess now we just fall to Earth, yeah? Guess we just fall back to Earth. Yeah, go ahead and speed back up. I mean, that was okay. Okay, so what went wrong there? I mean, just like, okay. Ejecting, decoupling the fuel in the rocket was probably a bad idea, but it was unintentional. I don't know what to do, like, when we're in orbit to, like, stabilize and get, like, perpetually orbited, you know? For lack of a better term. I'm sure that's not how they say it. 'Cause it seems like a lot of fine-tuning. It also seems like that shouldn't really be required, you know? So I think I will go tutorial land after this. If I watched a rocket launch, not like in detail. Only the beginning, and then I get bored because, you know, ADD or something. Okay. Recover. Sorry, just pondering here. I think... Yeah, let's go tutorial mode. I have ideas, but they're kind of vague at this point, so... Let's save... Quick save. 12. Save. And... Quit to menu. Training. Okay. Basic flight, I think we've got. Intermediate construction. Okay. We've escaped atmosphere and returned safely, so we have that, I think. There's probably some nugget in there that's super essential. And it's going to have us banging our head against the wall that we don't get it, but that's fine. Suborbital flight. How to get back. Okay, we've done that too. Advanced construction. Okay, this is what we want. Covers how to design a craft that can orbit Kerbal and return safely. That's our goal. I mean, the eventual goal is to go to the moon, but I kind of got sidetracked here. All right, everyone loves tutorials, so let's give it our all. Sure. VAB, here we go. This guy's all like, I did like some important work today. Yeah, probably like his 2-hour lunch or something. Okay, when we're done, you'll have a craft capable of ascent to orbit, orbital operations, and a safe return. Nice. Let's do it. Alright, let's see. He says there's a lot more parts this time. Very good. Control Z to undo change. Oh, that's a good tip. I didn't know we had Control Z here. Noted. All right, let's do pod. Pod's done. And a parachute, of course, very important. Utility item. Parachute has been added. Okay, so we've got enough to like if we drop this here, we could survive, I guess. Assuming the parachute had enough time to deploy. All right. Oh yeah, min pressure. Don't really get the utility of that, but really? Min pressure 75? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Upper stage, right. So upper stage will finish placing the pod in orbit, and once there, provide RCS steering thrusters and electricity. Oh, and electricity. Yeah, we didn't have electricity before. At least we didn't account for it. If we did, it was like completely accidental. So we need a decoupler, an RCS fuel tank, a liquid fuel tank, 4 RCS thrusters, 4 solar panels, 4 batteries, holy crap, and an efficient upper stage engine. Okay. So let's read that again. We need the decoupler, which we've done that before. RCS fuel tanks, so like a main fuel tank. Oh, okay, so hang on. RCS and liquid. 4 RCS thrusters. What's RCS again? That's not solid. That's something else, right? What is RCS? Hang on. Maybe it'll tell us. It'll tell us. If it doesn't tell us, we'll look it up. Okay. You have the solar panels, the batteries, and an engine. Okay. Let's go. All right, stack decoupler. Yep, we know about stack decoupler. There it is. Right? Oh, it has orientation. I never even knew. It's red arrows. It says it has red arrows. Where? Are you sure, guy? Have you checked your glasses? I don't see any arrows here. What is he talking about? Oh, well, whatever. Little red arrows. Are you high, sir? He must be high, which is fine, you know. I mean, like, I understand. Rocketry is a very taxing business and all that. It does a lot to the mind, so you gotta relax when you can, but... Oh! Hang on. I see little black arrows on the side. Is that what he's talking about? The little black arrows, okay. He says little red, though, but I see these little black arrows. Okay, we're good. We're good. Fine. No need to rotate. We're good. Next stage. RCS tank. You got it, sir. Monopropellant. RCS thrusters. I haven't used these, I don't think. RCS. So it says unlike liquid, so it is something unique. So what is an RCS fuel tank? Don't know. Not really sure. Hopefully we'll figure it out. Oh, God damn it, it says it right here. Ah! Werner von Kerman! How could you do this to me? Make me, like, search around on Google while you knew the answer. He's just snickering to himself. Look at that face. He knew. RCS stands for Reaction Control System. Understood. Fine maneuvers. Got it. Okay. Which one you want? FL R120. It's this guy. It's little boy. Okay. We got a little RCS fuel tank. Done. Nice. Okay. Oh, we're gonna fine-tune... That's something I haven't even thought about, is fine-tuning the fuel in any tanks. Okay. We want... What'd you say? 96 units? I can't see. Sir, you're in the way. Sir, excuse me. Okay, there we go. That's nice. So you can just, like, drag around the training window. What'd you say? 96? Yeah, there we go. Monopropellant is called that because while large rocket engines use 2 propellants, fuel and oxidizer, my god, RCS uses a single propellant. Okay. It's less efficient but good for small velocity changes. Okay. Right. Cool. So we got monopropellant now, but we'll need an engine, I suppose, to make use of it. We'll be adding multiple liquid fuel tanks in this stage to get the right amount for the upper stage engine, and we'll need an extra tank to offset the weight of the RCS. Okay. So add a tiny rocket propellant tank. Okay. This guy. And then add a medium one below it. Okay, so we could stack different kinds of fuel. I didn't know that. That's useful information. And then a big one, right? Okay. So you got one RCS tank, one small liquid fuel tank, and one large liquid fuel tank. Right? Yeah, these are liquid. Very good. Okay, now we need a Terrier engine. The Terrier engine produces almost no thrust at sea level air pressure, but is highly efficient in space. Oh, so it's an engine designed pretty much for space travel. Right. Okay. Makes sense. So don't use the Terrier to escape atmosphere, but once you're up there, that's a good choice, is what he's saying. According to this expert. What does he know? More than me. So where is it? There's your Terrier. So it is a liquid fuel engine. So I guess we don't know what the RCS is really used for yet. Maybe we'll add it in a bit. I don't know. We'll just trust the process, yeah. All right. So that's our upper stage. Let's explore. Okay, so we're going to check some. This is something that I got gently nudged and directed to last time when we had some helpful folks in chat. But yeah, we can display the center of mass. It's right there. There it is, big yellow thing. So that's like the exact center. You could balance the thing if you like tilt it on its side and put your finger right there, and you had like a really strong finger. So that's good. Yes, very good. Thrust applied through the center mass will cause the ship to move without unwanted rotation. Right. Very good. There it is. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to play around center of mass, it looks like. Okay, so no monopropellant, but let's mess with the liquid fuel. So if I drag the liquid fuel down, right, center of mass rises. Does that make sense? Why would the center of mass rise? Because we have less weight lower down. So that biases the weight up. Makes sense. That kind of checks out. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So that's important because that's happening naturally when you're flying. So right now we're on the ground, we got full fuel. And then as we burn this fuel, the center mass will rise relative to the assembly, to the fuselage. Or the tube, whatever you want to call it. Okay, good to know. Important detail, that pretty much went over my head before. Oh, you want me to do that? Okay, fine. There we go. And then this guy too, I'm assuming. There you go. Very good. So now we have no fuel. Good job, I guess. Refill the tanks, we can proceed. Right. More liquid fuel. Add the oxygen. And just like that, we've cooked up a delicious thrusting tube. Delicious rocket. It's quite the recipe. Okay. Hang on, let me stretch a little bit. Let me cool the mind off. I'm definitely one of those people that I kind of, when I'm like taught something, I have to kind of like sit there and just maybe try and have it all like bounce off of myself and my consciousness. And then later I kind of go back and review, you know, and like make sense of it. So that's why a lot of times when I learn something, I won't learn it really until I have a night to sleep on it, you know? Like I'll notice that I won't really like grasp the material in a way where I can convey it until like the next day when my mind's had some chance to process it. So this is a bit overwhelming, but I'm trying to take it all in. Let's see. So he's saying, now that we know where center mass is, we can place the RCS thrusters. Got it. Command and control category. I didn't know we had that category. Oh, there it is. Skipped right over it. Ha, RCS thruster block. Okay, so translation is moving without rotation or rotating. Makes sense. You need to balance the thrusters around the center of mass. So we need a single set pretty much centered on the center of mass. We had more sets, then we would have to balance them around it. Makes sense. Makes sense. And yeah, center mass changes, which I did know about. That's what makes it difficult. Okay, so we're placing it between the wet and the dry center of mass. Okay. Understood. We're not doing career mode for the time being. Okay, so it says turn on angle snap. I think I know where that is. Is that this? And then we need 4x symmetry, which we did learn about last time. Very good. Okay, yeah. So now it's angular snap, which I probably should have had on before. I forgot about that as a feature. That's the benefit of going through the tutorial, right? All right. Let's see. So let's place these, and it wants them, like, here. It says on the tiny rocket tank. Yeah, because right now it's a bit above the center of mass, but it's going to migrate up, so yeah, it's about centered on it, I think. Okay. Don't know what the offset gizmo is. I'm not sure what that is. Tool, reroute, no. It's not move place, build action, screw cargo, no. Upper left of the main editor window, just to the right of the parts list. What are you talking about? What are you talking? Is he crazy? It's a mission flag. That's mission flag? Oh, you can change the flag. I had no idea. That's pretty cool. Okay, we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with it later. Thank you. Let's see. In game, it's called move. Ew. Ah. Well, it's helpful. That's helpful. Click an RCS part. Drag one of the axis indicators to move it right. Okay. Well, that's just pretty fancy. Okay, so you can place it and then, like, move it along one axis. And I guess it's a... Oh, God. It's not... Yeah, it's all XYZ. I was thinking it might be radial, but it's not radial, is it? There we go. I think that's... hope that's the right spot. Thank you for the tip there, by the way, RS Bear. I was looking for a tool with the wrong name. You'll love it. You'll love to see it. Oh, God. Where's it gone? Sorry, I moused out of the window. Yeah, we seem to be attached. I think we're okay. I'm gonna reset the adjustment, hit space. Okay, we're all done. Center mass indicator can be deactivated. May indicate no more. Hit space. No. Okay. Go away. Place tool. Alright, electric charge. Yeah, we need electricity. So, we're gonna need solar panels to generate electricity. Oh, I see. So you do generate electricity naturally when your engines are running, which makes sense. It's just like your car, right? Like, once it's going, you're not really necessarily using the battery anymore. That's why your battery doesn't die when you're driving your car. It only dies when you go to turn it on. So we have some batteries in the command pod naturally. Got it. So we can add batteries and solar panels. We're going to do both. Sounds good. Electrical category. A category I've completely ignored until now. There it is. The lightning bolt makes sense. So you got photovoltaic panels and rechargeable batteries. Nice. So we need to rotate them before placing them. Sounds good. I'm guessing, are we placing them on the command pod? Are we placing them... This is the lower end of the fuel tanks. Okay. It's down here. Press A to rotate at 90 degrees. Ew. Oh, okay, that's pretty fancy. And then batteries between the solar panels. You got it. Understood, sir. I'm following all instructions very closely to the T. Fancy. We got like electronic stuff on our rocket. Cool. And these are like fine-tuned boosters too. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. It's looking a lot fancier now. Like a lot more... Looks like whoever's doing this knows what they're doing. It's a weird feeling. I'm not really used to it. I'm not comfortable with it. Okay, cool. So that's an upper stage. So, and again, this is the stage that we're going to use when we're in orbit, it sounds like. For the most part. And for that, we'll need the lower stage. Sounds good. And again, just to like wrap my mind around this, we've got liquid fuel and a liquid fuel engine, and we've got these RCS thrusters, which rely on the RCS, I guess, fuel that we have here in this little pod. This can all be detached because we have a coupler there. Okay, got it. So, liquid fuel for, like, big maneuvers. RCS for, like, tiny, tight maneuvers. Makes sense. This all makes sense so far. We need to add boosters and the lower stage. Got it. So we need decoupler at the bottom of the Terrier. Okay, this is something I was actually wondering about. So you can put decouplers... So you can stack on top of engines. Because before I was, like, stacking around when I was, like, trying things out. Because I didn't think you could, like, stack on top of an engine. But if you can, I mean, great. So it's saying decoupler at the bottom. Right there. Okay. There. Oh, I see. It's expanded. Oh, okay. Nice. And the arrows are pointed up, so that's good. Yeah, place the fairing around the engine. That's what I was talking about, Werner von Kerman. That's exactly what I was saying. It's cool. Let's see. Okay. So we need to add the fuel tanks for the lower stage. And you're saying you want to do liquid, it sounds like? Yeah, it's all liquid at this point. And you want 2 of them. Sure, we can do 2. We can afford that. Our wallet's fat today, and our mind is pointed towards the skies. So no price is too high. Okay. We need a sustainer engine. Let's go scientifical for a second. I love going scientifical. Okay. Well, you say that, now you're going all scientific, and now my mind is starting to melt news out of my like, nose, so I don't like that. Lower stage will need boosters which are powerful at the higher pressure of the low altitude. Right. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to skim this and, like, give you the short version. Yeah, we need powerful boosters. We need sustainer engine. Okay. So we need the swivel is what he's saying. Which is this guy. It'll be our sustainer. So it went with swivel. Interesting. I think before I was using... Like, you get 2 options in science mode. You get, like, a swivel and... a not swivel. That's not the word for it, obviously, but, There's like a... I guess a less maneuverable liquid engine that it gives you a choice to pick. But here they're just straight up recommending the swivel. Which kind of matches what people in chat were saying as well. They were like, why the hell would you use that other engine when you have a swivel? But, oh well, now we know. So, we have a swivel. That's our sustainer. We're good. Okay, it's default. At its default thrust level, the swivel is too powerful for the rocket we're creating. Okay. So, you need to lower the thrust level. Got it. So how do we know to limit this, though, is my question. Okay. This makes sense. Well, so before I was having trouble, because I was going, like, max thrust to 0 thrust. But this will allow max thrust to be lower, which is good, I guess. Yeah, I just don't know how to, like, tune this. Like, he's telling us to set to 65. But I don't know why. You know, I don't know, like, how I'd look at this and know that. Maybe we'll learn later. Maybe he's just skimming over that for now. Okay. So we'll need boosters for the sustainer. Sounds good. And we wanted to couple them. So we did a little bit of this before with, like, couplers and decouplers and, like, solid rockets. So this isn't totally a foreign concept for us. So let's do radial decouplers. And he said, like, 2, right? Let's see. Yeah, 2 times symmetry near the bottom of the lowest tank on the lower stage. Right, so down here is what he's recommending. Very good. More boosters is something you also always hear. You often hear. Okay, now we need hammer boosters. Got it. Which is... Okay, these are the solid guys. Got it. Let's get a good view of that. So there-ish. Okay, so what are we looking at here? I don't like... For some reason, I don't like just one-plane symmetric rockets like this, you know? Seems strange to me. I feel like you need, like, I don't know, at least 3. Preferably more around the bottom. But I guess this is okay. Got it. Yeah, solid boosters just go. We know that. But you can also limit throttle there. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's change this to 50, it said. 50-ish. Okay, and that'll tweak the other one, it seems. Okay, that's good to know. Got it. Nose cones. Ah, okay. Got it. Yeah, this is another issue with our last craft, because I didn't even realize you could do that. So we want to make these more aerodynamic, right? Let's see. And there we are. Nose cones. Look at that. Okay, now it looks a little more reasonable. It also looks a little bit like eyeballs. See that? It's like 2 eyeballs and a nose. It's like, hello, how's it going? Want a kiss? Just a... Very good. Cool. This is starting to look like a proper rocket. Nice. Alright, now we need fins, though. Yeah, I was actually kind of wondering about that in the back of my mind. I didn't just say that to sound smarter when I got to this step. So we need fins. Let's see. Oh. So these fins add a bit of maneuverability. I didn't realize that was something to consider, but okay. Add them near the... We need 4 times, you say? Okay, we can do that. And you want them where exactly? Oh, here we go. It's like, that's only 2. It's because you only selected the 2 times symmetry, you fool. Oh. Wait, hang on, what's going on? It's auto. At the bottom of the lowest fuel tank in the lowest stage. It's like auto-locking me out. That's a little annoying. At the AV R8 winglets and 4 times symmetry near the bottom of the lowest fuel tank in the lowest stage. Yeah, so down here is what you're saying, but every time I do that, you see, everything, like, it, like, locks me out. Oh, there we go. So at what point... That was weird. I'm gonna assume that was just a weird bug. Oh, I see. So when you, like, kind of, like, mouse over the solid boosters is when it's kind of toggling off. Okay. Let's just very carefully and gently. Nice. Okay, I see a long message in chat from Bear, so let's see what they've got to say. Okay, so it seems like they're answering my question about how much to adjust the thrust limiter by. Click the orange area of your staging sequence that will expand the stage to show more information, including thrust to weight ratio. It's changing because I'm mousing over the boosters. Yeah, gotcha. So, like, over here is what you're saying, right? So there's information in that... Okay. Thrust to weight ratio is there. Right. Okay, I see that. Okay, so that's a number. And I guess it's only going to apply to engines. Yeah. So we got a 1 there, just under 1 there, and 0.3 there. Okay. So looking here, so I could adjust this. And that's going to bump the thrust to weight ratio down. No, up. Okay. Thrust to weight ratio's going up when we drop the fuel level. Because because I don't understand, I guess. Thrust to weight ratio is what you'd use to decide your thrust limit if necessary. Okay. Thrust to weight ratio. So it's your thrust over your weight. So it's the amount of energy that you're producing over the weight that you have. So a higher ratio means more thrust to lighter aircraft. So I'm assuming there's like an optimal thrust to weight ratio that you're aiming for. And the delta V information only can change the altitude. Like down here. Ew. Okay. Yeah. It's going over my head a little bit. I've got to be honest. But okay, at least I know that it has something to do with that. Okay, got it. Maybe that's enough for now. Thank you so much, RS Bear. Again, it's a bit over my head at this point, but appreciate the information. I think last time, actually, someone mentioned thrust to weight ratio, so I'm assuming it's, like, very important when you're fine-tuning your spacecraft, trying to get it to behave a certain way. And I think I get, like, conceptually what it is, I think, sort of. I just don't know, like, really what the targets are or why. You know, I don't know if you're, like, trying to center on one, if that's ideal and optimal. Well, you're saying it depends on your delta V. It'll change... All right, so there's altitude. Okay. Okay, hang on. So you're saying... Okay, it is changing. And I'm guessing that's because your thrust is more efficient at certain altitudes or something? Okay. Thrust to weight ratio of 1 is a hover. Okay, gotcha. Understood. So 1 is a hover. So if it's... Okay, so if your thrust to weight ratio is below 1, you don't have enough thrust to get off the ground. Okay. I think I understand. So it's got to be above 1. But it's also dependent on where you are. So that means, okay. So that means you can fine-tune it based on where you are. So if you are, like, decoupling stuff, like, let's say you have a stage of rockets that only is supposed to activate at, I don't know, like 50 kilometers or something, then you could fine-tune the fuel in that to optimize your thrust-to-weight ratio based on that situation, such that you're not over-thrusting. Okay. I think I understand. It's not a way I'm used to thinking, but it does make sense when you think about it, I think. I don't know if I could, like, apply it, you know? But I think I at least understand the concept. Got it. Okay. Thank you so much, RS Bear. I appreciate it. Okay. Cool. Learning stuff. Thought this was just a game where you make silly rockets and watch them explode, but no, we're learning freaking rocketry. We're actually learning some physics and science and stuff. I like it. I love it. Okay. So we added fins. Going back to the tutorial that we were doing before. We have fins now. We got 4 of them. Yep, they don't intersect anything. Alright. So we got our components. But now, we gotta fine-tune our staging. Wait a minute. So you're saying... these are gonna fire before the sustainer? Is that bad? Oh, we need them all to, like, hit at the same time? Let's see. So move the swivel staging icon down to the same stage. Okay, gotcha. So there. So these are both going to go off at the same time. Which is good. That means we're getting all the thrust, I guess. Okay, got it. So these are all acting in tandem until the solids burst off, or burn off, and then we are decoupling the solid. But now, do we want to pair up the, these couplers? I don't know. Unless the solids are going to burn off before. Maybe this is fine. I don't know. Let's just see what he says. Let's follow the advice. I'm like, thinking ahead and trying to solve problems that don't exist yet, maybe. Yes. Adjusted. Finally pick up the pod and rotate it 90 degrees around the vertical axis. The pod, eh? It's like that whole thing. Ew! It's rotating. Let's go. This way? Got it. So, yeah, so that's like a preference thing, I suppose. Probably. I don't know, we'll find out later. He wanted us to rotate it, we rotate it. That's done. Yeah, it's the thought that counts when it comes to safety. I agree, Werner. I agree. An abort action group. That's a thing you can do. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Actions. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. And let's see. And now you want... Okay, action groups let you assign the functions of one or more parts to a single specific key. Okay. Got it. Understood, understood. So, we're going to set up an action group. So you would select one of these and then select an object? Or a part? Okay. Okay, I think I partially understand, but let's just see here. So, backspace triggers abort. Got it. Done. Now, click on the decoupler right below the pod. There. And decouple. Okay, so when we click abort, right, it's just going to eject everything. And abort the mission. Right. Oh, okay. And it's saying that when you do that, you still got to go through all the stages to hit the parachute. So, don't assume that you can click space once and the parachute will come out. Because you got stages that they like no longer exist on your rocket, but you still got to cycle through them. Okay. Oh, wait, what did I do wrong? So, click on each liquid engine turn and assign their shutdown functions. Ooh, okay. Liquid engines, you say. So there's a Terrier. So, shut down the engine. Very good. And then this guy as well. Shut down. And then we want the radial decouplers. Okay, we want to decouple them. Okay, got it. So everything that's going to happen when we... Okay, so it's not just going to decouple that. When we hit decouple, the following actions will occur. Or when we hit abort, the following actions will occur. Pod will decouple from everything. Engines will shut down. Solid boosters will decouple as well. I want to see what happens. I want to test it out. Seems sick. Alright, we've got an orbital rocket now. I gotta say... I don't know if we were quite this fancy. We were pretty far off with our attempts, I suppose. I'm gonna have to rename this freaking stream. We are not going to the moon today, are we? That's okay, though. We've learned a lot. Let's call this tutorial or orbital couch. There we go. Nice. It's a long lesson, yeah. Yeah, I'll say so. And then save it. Saved. Done. And then we can go for orbit. Oh, it's gonna be lost. Damn it. Okay, well that's fine. I guess they'll probably have a tutorial one for us, won't they? Hopefully. We've got a couple of options. We could go through the orbit tutorial, or we could just try to build the same ship again that we just built, like by memory, which isn't going to work, and then try to go to orbit. Options. I don't know which one would be more entertaining. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away for just a little bit, take a short break, and ponder that question. And then I'll be back after chugging some honey and using the restroom and stuff. So, back in just a moment. Back. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna rename the stream because the moon goal is just gone. It's not happening. So let's see. There we go. Now I have some peace of mind about that. Things that don't matter to anyone but me, but they do matter to me a little bit. All right. Okay, put the phone down. Focus. Focus. We're streaming. You can look at the phone later. Man, I've got a social media addiction these days. I realized it because I've been kind of... So with, like, things that have been going on, I've thought that maybe social media is, like, contributing to, like, my general anxiety and stuff, and I think it is. And so when you, like, notice, like, yourself just, like, constantly checking Twitter, it's like, man, that probably need to, like, figure that out. That's okay. I think if you feel anxious about trying to fix it, that's, like, making it worse. So we're not going to do that. But it's just something I've observed. And it just manifested there. I had to, like, check my phone. It hadn't really been this bad before, but... yeah, whatever. Okay, so... after thinking a bit... I think it makes sense to... I think it makes sense to go through the training, you know? It's kind of... maybe perceived as lame or whatever. It's definitely not quite as exciting, but... what would happen if I did... what would probably happen if I did the... I don't know, what you call, like, the free approach? So I'd go and I'd build the same ship, except not quite right, and then I'd launch to space, and I wouldn't quite know what to do, you know? I would not exactly know how to make it... what to do, like, when I get into orbit, you know? Like, I think that past tutorial answered an important question, which was... what kind of ship do we need to get up there? You know, and, like, actually do stuff up there. We know the answer to that now. Couldn't build it from scratch, probably, but we know... we've at least gone through the process one time, right? The question we didn't answer yet is what to do when we get there. So I'm hoping the next tutorial will help us with that. Let's begin, and let's get trained up. So, go for orbit. Here we go. It's telling me how to achieve orbit, which is what I want. It's a big step. That's why I'm excited about it. Okay. We got Gene Kerman. Hey, Gene, how's it going? So, we want to get to orbit. Let's see. We already checked the other flight tutorials as well as the advanced construction one. Not really. We kind of skimmed one of them and went through detail in the other ones, I suppose. So we got the Kerbal 1. Aha, I see. This is the ship we built before. I see they... No, that's right. I was thinking they placed their solar panels and their batteries higher up than we did. But no, that's about the right spot. We got Valentina in there as well. Let's see. Next, let's proceed. Whew, that's a lot of text. We will follow a curved path to get to the point where we can circularize our orbit. Okay. Yeah, didn't see that before. So, in this paragraph, he's talking about the old ways of doing things where pilots would go straight up and then hook us hard right, which is kind of how I was doing it before. Let's see. They're going to place a target marker on the nav ball to show the optimal velocity vector. Okay, got it. So you can set your throttle before launching. I didn't realize that. Okay, throttle's a go. Okay, and there's a marker there. I'm guessing that's the pink thing? It's space when you're ready to go to orbit. Let's do it. And we could have her follow the target as well. Okay. Oh god, that's not it. Okay. Okay, let's follow the target marker. But again, this is not... We got some serious wobble going. I'm going to choose not to worry about it. Yeah, we studied out somehow. So this isn't going to be there normally, though, right? It seems like. So you're going to have to, like, do it by feel? That I kind of wonder about. Like, how do you know? Do you just kind of, like... Do you just, like, do enough of these and just, like, just know what to do? Okay, I'll have to stay... Oh, God. Targets. Okay. We go staging. They exploded. I guess that's fine. Okay, you ready to stage again? Sounds good. This feels weird. Feels like one of those, like, quick time events where you gotta, like, get the cursor in a certain spot by a certain time or you die. Like, the zombie kills... Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think I'm kind of getting it now. It'd be nice to be able to, like, watch the rocket during this, though. I feel like I'd get more information off of that than, like, following the target, but... Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, down. Okay, there's that. Uh-huh. Okay, so that's phase 1. Longer, more gentle burn to accelerate towards approach. Okay, press M to go to map mode. You got it. Whoa! I've never seen this before. Okay. That's pretty fancy. If I hover over that. Okay. Estimated highest altitude. Okay. 44K, right? Is what it's saying? Okay. Right click on the marker to pin it. Like that. Okay, sounds good. So we're aiming for 80 kilometers. What's our height now? Where are we? We're at 44, so we got a ways to go then. Okay. Cut the engine once we hit 80 kilometers. Okay, we got some time to go then. Oh, it's showing us altitude there and apoapsis, which I think I mispronounced, and I'll probably forever mispronounce. Is that 45K? And we want to get to 80, so we got a ways to go yet. In fact, we're rising pretty slowly. How's our fuel doing? Do we have enough fuel to reach 80K? I don't know if we do. A little bit concerned. Slightly concerned here. Oh, there it goes. It's rotating around. That's going to get us there. Oh, I see now. I didn't notice when it got that high. I wonder if that was some game trickery. I was not looking. Okay, so now we're coasting until 70. So my speed dropping. Is it? Where's my speed again? It's supposed to be up here, right? I thought it's been up here before. Well, whatever. Oh, there's velocity there. So we're at... Yeah, so we are dropping in velocity some. And we're at 50k. Oh, I need to be flying this entire time, huh? Ooh, jeez. Where'd the target go? It's just like not anywhere. Our inches are cut though, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe? Maybe it doesn't matter? Let's just take a break here. Speed up? Cannot warp time? Okay, understood. Then I guess we could just sit back and relax a bit as we, like, rocket through... Actually, we're not rocketing at all. We're just kind of, like, flying through space. Still some ways to go. I guess we can turn on SAS, right? And set it to target. Where's target? Maybe target's gone. Like, maybe it would have been that thing. Oh well, SAS is on, so that's nice, I guess. Yeah, it eliminates the whole wobble situation, doesn't it? Which is great. Well, I can't see what's going on, but I assume it's bad. Can I... Okay, so you can rotate around in this view. Okay, I see. So we're gonna... So I'm looking at the circle, right? So the AP mark... So the little pod is where we are, right? I'm guessing the like roller coaster looking thing is where we launched from. AP is where we're going to hit our max altitude. And I don't know what PE is, but it may be like where we're going to land, possibly. So I think we want to eventually kind of move PE out so that we're just orbiting. So we're just circling the planet. So we'll have to make some adjustments, I imagine, once we get to Apoapsis. Which I think I pronounced like 50 different ways this stream. That's okay. Maybe. So, let's see. We got like, I have a full like 2 weeks until, I guess, 1 week and 4 days until I go on holiday. Assuming they let me go on holiday, assuming work is not miserable. It seems like I should be able to, but you never know, man. You never know. So looking forward to that. Obviously, there'll be a break in streams over the holiday. I have some plans. I have actually a bunch of stuff set up. I just haven't implemented it yet. And I think I'm leaning towards waiting to do it when I come back. So New Year should have some exciting, like, stream quality type stuff going on. So look forward to that, maybe. I know I am. What else is going on? I guess holiday-wise, I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag. You know, I like seeing my family, and I love seeing my friends. But I do kind of value my alone time, but... I don't know. I don't know if I value it too much. It's one of those weird... I've been very, like, introspective recently because of, like, what happened over this past weekend, I suppose. I don't know. I have many thoughts. I probably shouldn't talk about that sort of thing. It's going to get, like, emotional pretty quickly, I would imagine. So, as far as other games to play, going into next year, let's see. What can we play? I know of at least one game that I want to hit. Yeah, so definitely Pokemon. And probably Subnautica Part 2 are kind of my main sort of games that I want to hit in like the first part of the year, I think. And we're finally at Apoapsis, so won't have to kill too much more time. Okay, here we are. So we're almost there. And we need to accelerate some more so we fall past Kerbal, right? Falling and missing, right. Rotate my craft to align it with the prograde marker. Okay. Which I guess is... this marker, right? Yeah. It looks like that symbol, so it must be. It's time to throttle up. He'll tell me. Okay, so don't do anything yet. Oh, it is there. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if that was another, like, typo or if I'm just misinterpreting things. Okay, so we'll reach Apoapsis in 10 seconds. Cool. Okay, so now prograde is pretty much aligned. Okay, throttle up. Sounds good. Throttle is a go. Okay, and now we're in orbit, apparently. Right, yeah, because the PE is now outside the planet. So now we'll keep falling and missing, as he said. Overpowering the ship is a common rookie mistake. Yeah, I feel like I made that, amongst other mistakes. Okay, so... we never went through the suborbital hop thing. We never did that, but just judging by how he's discussing it, it seems like that's a lot sharper. So it's more of a, like, vertical sort of flight path, and this is a more gradual sort of flight path. Okay, got it. Got it, Gene. And that's it. And now we can do Orbit 101. First Bear says, it seems like I already got the suborbital hop figured out. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's what we were doing before. Because we were not quite reaching orbit. So, yeah, it's a fair point. Although I never really had, like, a goal besides get to orbit. So I was, like, failing a goal, but fulfilling another goal that I didn't have. That's fine, I guess. So we can try bringing Valencia home. All right, let's try it. Let's try his challenge. So he says, turn 180 degrees. Okay. It's like over here. At that point, he's saying to burn retrograde. Can do. Till my periapsis is less than 20 kilometers. Okay. So let's right-click on that to activate it. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Well, I guess this is less than 20 kilometers. So the question is, do we watch this happen? Do we watch whatever's about to happen? I don't know. So we flip over to the other side. Oh, we're out of fuel now. Okay, well, I don't know if we'll get back safely. May as well launch an extra container of fuel off into space somewhere. Yeah. Well, at least we got up here. Let's go ahead and just end scenario. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Huh. Okay. Let's take stock for a moment. So, we got to orbit. We achieved orbit with a fairly short trajectory, or fairly, like, shallow trajectory. Okay. Which is done by markers that we're not going to have in the actual game. Okay. Learned about map mode, which is going to be useful. I kind of want to try on my own. But I think it's not going to go well. Well, okay, hang on. No. I kind of want to try on my own. That's what I want to do. So let's see if we can. I don't have a good feeling about this. Like, at all. But, I guess we can end on a fail, yeah. So, let's try and build a ship about the same as what we had before. Right, so command pod. Let's see. Had to gain horizontal velocity while ascending to go fast enough to keep missing the planet. Right, yeah, that was why we were shallower, to get that horizontal velocity. Okay. Then maybe a bit more rocket, yeah. Yeah, and just some general knowledge stuff, I suppose. I'm nervous. Huh, why am I so nervous? I guess, Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want to try the orbital maneuver stuff, because that seems important for orbit as well. I'm gonna try that tutorial, and then next time we can try doing it on our own. Just when I've forgotten how to do everything. So this is a bit of a tutorial day. This is a bit of like going to school. Orbiting 101. So we did go for orbit. Now let's do orbiting 101, I suppose. This will be like, yeah, this will be the end of the stream. So we'll see how long this is. Yeah. It seems kind of important, actually. And the SAS stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Let's give this a go. Alright, so we are in orbit now. So we did basic flight tutorials. We got two guys up here. We got Jebediah and Bill Kerman. Cool. And Gene. So are these guys related? Wait, they all have the same last name. Not gonna think about that too much. So you've done basic flight tutorials, I guess. Let's see. Orbiting's just free falling without landing. Understood. So without any further engine or energy, we'll just keep falling forever. Press M, so to map view. Right. So this is our orbit. This is our ring around the planet. A nice circle. Everything is great. Everything's fine. And I'm sure we will screw it up. Maybe they're all clones of the original Kerman. Postulates RS Bear. Maybe. It's possible. You can only speculate. I don't know how much lore there is. There may be a lot that I just haven't seen yet. Alright. So, okay. There's no drag. Okay, so because there's no drag, everything you do, you have to counterbalance, it seems. Okay, so he's going to try to push us off course a bit, so we have to correct for it. Okay. Okay. Tricky. I'm not sure exactly how to stop this rotation that's been induced. That seems to be speeding it up, so let's do the opposite. Oh, it's saying use the nav ball. Okay, I guess. It says that'll be really helpful. Maybe. Possibly. I'm not sure it will. I'm not convinced, I must admit. Oh my god! Okay. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ! Make it stop! Okay, just SAS me, baby. I want to try that again. Hang on. No. I don't accept that at all. I want to be able to do that. Okay. In scenario. I think I may have been, like, doing stuff while he was doing stuff. You absolute bastard, Gene. I will get my revenge on you. Don't you worry about it. Okay. Next. So get started. Map. Okay. And now he's going to do stuff. Do it. Okay. So we need to go... Yeah. Okay. There we go. I think I made things harder than they need to be there. And things got, like, Out of hand. Now it's fine. Whew. Let's try it again. Let's do one more. Like, best out of 3, you know? Okay, so... I see what he means about looking at the nav ball now. Yeah, it's way easier. Okay, yep, got a feel for it now. And we're good, right? Okay. Can we go now? Can we please go? Yeah. Don't know why he wasn't, like, okay with me doing that. I think it was pretty steady, but whatever, guy. Whatever. Moving on. Got a handle on it. Alright, so we got symbols on the nav ball. Here's what they mean. Prograde and retrograde. They point towards and away the velocity vector. Okay, got it. So it's oriented on velocity. Okay, understood. They point towards and away from where you're going. And we got radial in and out. They point towards and away from the orbited body, so towards and away from the Earth. Got it. And we've got normal and anti-normal. And they're perpendicular to the orbital plane. Okay. Understood. So we can point towards Earth, or Kerbal, away from Kerbal. Tangential to Kerbal. Or towards and away from where we're going. What's the orbital plane again? I guess I don't understand that. Yeah, I guess I don't quite get that. So I guess the orbital plane... Okay, so the orbital plane must be like the plane defined by the circle that's going around the planet, right? What? Oh, I see. So, yeah, there's a circle. The circle defines a plane. So it's going up and down versus that? Okay, I guess that makes sense. So generally, prograde and retrograde are going to be like along that circle, I suppose, as long as you're in orbit. Radial in and out are going to be towards and away from the planet. And normal and anti-normal are going to be perpendicular to the orbital plane. Okay, I think I understand. From a side profile. Yeah. The orbital plane's the line. Well, it's like the plane that's defined by this line, right? So if you put a plate on top of this surface, that would be it, right? Got it. Okay. Let's try something a little more involved. Open my map. I just did that, guy, Gene. Alright. So let's do some basic maneuvers. So we're going to raise our apoapsis. That means make our highest point further away from the planet. Right, which you just said. Best place to raise your apoapsis is at the periapsis PE node, which is the lowest point in your orbit. Oh, okay. We're gonna reach it in a few minutes, he says. Yeah, in about 3 minutes. Understood. Once there, we will face prograde and burn. Face prograde. Okay, so face forward and burn. That makes sense. So we're gonna add some energy at that point, and that's gonna like take us to a further orbit around. Press period to speed up time a little bit. Okay, yep, sure thing. Boop. So period and comma. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you can speed up that. Ah, okay. Got it. Shortcuts are helpful. How close are we? 2 minutes? I just want to make sure I read everything. Oh, you're gonna pull us back to normal. Okay, then. Go. There we go. Yeah. So your impatience is your worst enemy, right? Because you go flying by where you're trying to go. Okay. Turn the ship to face the prograde vector now. Got it. So where is it? I don't see it, which is a bit alarming. Okay, that's the other one. So opposite side. Yeah. Aha. There we are. Beautiful. SAS is engaged, so we're steady. And let's accelerate. Go. Burn. And we're going to go until Apoapsis reaches, what do you say? 800,000? Which he's got there. Okay, very good. Okay, so just to recap, we are burning at PE to raise our AP. And you can see it like expanding out. Okay, I see. So we're going from like a low orbit to a high orbit. Got it. And then thrusters down. So we've raised our apoapsis. So now we're going in like a egg shape, like what would you say? Elliptical orbit maybe? Yeah, I think that works. So if you thrust, so to raise the apoapsis, you thrust at the low point. To raise the perapsis, we thrust at the apoapsis. So right, so we want to get to the high point. We want to make this circular rather than elliptical. Got it. Warp time, please. Okay. So now we're circling around. And we are losing speed, they say. Yeah, I guess I see that. The higher you are, the slower your orbit will be. Got it. So that's why the moon's going slower than us. Got it. Okay, makes sense. Because it's higher up relative to the planet. So we want to burn prograde again. So we want to burn... Yeah. Got it. Now we've slowed down. So we want to... And I think we are oriented prograde, aren't we? Seems like we are. I think we are. Yeah. Here we are. I'll read your comment in a sec. I like skimmed it, but I'll respond to it. Okay. Turn my ship to face prograde. Understood. We're facing the other way. I guess we're facing the other way because we circled around and we didn't rotate the ship. So there we go. And now we can fire up the engine. SAS is engaged. And we're looking at the periapsis altitude. We want to get that to 800, right? It's talking about eccentricity in the orbit. I don't know where to see that. Okay. Very good. Yeah, where's the eccentricity in the orbit thing? I don't... I'm sure it's somewhere that I'm just not seeing. Orbiter, so that's about our ship. There's our crew. I think the eccentricity is the ovalness of your orbit. Yeah, totally. The ellipticalness of it. I get that. I just don't see where the eccentricity is. You know, I don't see, like, where that indicator might be. We don't have any messages. That's a little sad, isn't it? Like, I can, like, look at the circle and say, yeah, it looks like a pretty good circle. But as far as... Oh shit. Okay. Click the purple button on the lower left part. Oh! I see. Aha. So that's our apoapsis and periapsis. That's how long it'll take to reach them. Got it. It's maneuver mode. Let's see. Kind of got to eyeball it and use the numbers. Oh, okay. So there's not like an actual indicator. Okay, understood. Okay. Next, we'll look at changing our orbital inclination. Sounds good. Your orbital inclination is the angle between your orbit and Kerbin's equator. Right. So we should be in a 0-ish. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see it there, assuming that... I guess that's probably the moon or something. Yeah. Since the moon is also kind of oriented along the equator or something. Changing inclination is by thrusting at a 90-degree angle to your prograde vector. Without changing your pitch relative to the surface. Okay. Prograde is due east. Understood. To burn towards normal. Makes sense. So, turn the ship to the normal vectors orientation, which is here. It's nice that they kind of like leave decoders for you over here to the left. And then we got to open up the throttle. Okay. So let's orient this way first. Okay. That's not it, I guess. Oh, helps when your finger's on the right keys, eh? It's like, things are not moving like I feel like they should be. Yeah. Because I was pressing, my hand was a little bit too far to the right. Okay. So we're there-ish. SAS is engaged-ish. Right on the money. And throttle. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's showing my inclination there. Okay. I see, but where would I find that information? Man, I don't know. Okay, cut. Let's see. Orbital inclination. Inclination. So that's orbit. That's map view. Man. It's like, yeah. Well, there's heading, I guess. Is that it? I don't know. I don't know. I understand the concept, though, I believe. Okay. Oh, my God. Ah! Changing inclination doesn't necessarily mean accelerating north or south. Means accelerating at right angles to your prograde vector. Okay. Lowering our orbit. Got it. So, we know how to expand our orbit. Now we know how to tilt our orbit. Which means we could align our orbit with something else. So I see, like, the benefit of that. So we gotta lower it, which is like raising it in reverse. So we turn retrograde and do our burn at any time. Okay. Retrograde vector. So facing the other way. Okay. Where it be? Where it be? Where that green marker? Nope. There. There, please. Okay. Nice. And we're on it, I believe. Yep, that'll do. And then thrust. And we're looking for the periapsis altitude around, what, say, 20,000? That's a long way down. Well, that's the apoapsis. Let's see. It's still a long way down. 20K. You can fine-tune your throttle using left control and left shift. Oh, didn't realize that. That'd have been handy to know. Ooh, that's a lot of throttle. Ooh, that feels good. Orbital information panel on the next tab. Yeah, I tried, like, tabbing over here, and I didn't get anything. But, yeah. Alright, so we're, like, really shrinking this orbit, like, way down. Like, we're tightening this rope around the planet. Yeah. More. I see, because we're always going to be at the... Oh, okay. So we're on our way back. Sorry, I was getting distracted. So now we're on re-entry. Yeah, I see that. Understood. Is that okay that we're doing that? That's not all we're doing. Could decouple and land. Okay, so we learned some good stuff there. We learned how to tilt our orbit, how to expand it, and how to retract it. A couple millimeters above that. Oh, I see advanced orbital info. Ah, naruhodo ne. I see. Okay, cool. So that's our inclination. That's our eccentricity. Got it. Understood. Cool. So just for my general, like, curiosity. So if we go back to prograde, right? And if we accelerate on prograde to full throttle, we're going to push this thing out. And now our eccentricity is dropping. So eccentricity near 0 means a perfectly round circle. Okay, got it. And so if we get to 0-ish, then our apoapsis will match our P. Oops. Okay, we overshot a little bit, but they should be pretty much on, right? So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so Apoapsis is at 969, 742. Okay, so, not quite, but generally pretty close-ish. So we need to thrust some more then, I suppose, right? So keep thrusting. It's like raising, though. Why is it raising? Oh, God. Wait a minute. Oh, I see, because we're thrusting near the PE, so we're raising the AP. Huh. So that's just like an issue with wrong point in the orbit. Maybe it like flipped on me. I don't know. Not sure. But I understand, I think, kind of what happened. Let's finish. Whew. That was interesting and kind of challenging. Okay. So, just thinking ahead, next time we play this game, which may not be soon, but eventually we will play this game again. I guess what we need to do is we need to get to orbit. We need to establish a stable orbit, which we haven't done to this point, so that'll be a big step. Outside of like a tutorial, right? So we need to build a rocket that can achieve orbit, which will probably not be too creative. It'll be similar to what we saw before in this tutorial, but it'll be by memory of however long it'll take till we play this again. So that'll be challenging and fun. Build a rocket, go to space, establish orbit, do that. Once we're in orbit, we want to fly close to the moon and do some science there, I think. Once we've flown close to the moon, I don't know. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, RS Bear. I appreciate it very much. Very, very, very kind of you. Sorry if I sounded... My mind is kind of... There's like smoke coming out of my ears at this point. But I'm just trying to think ahead to the plan. So yeah, get to orbit, establish orbit, synchronize orbit with the moon, fly by the moon, do some science, then return. And then we get on to landing on the moon, which I don't know about. I don't know how we're going to do that. I'm assuming... I think the, like, general skeleton guide I saw said maybe first you want to, like, land a probe on the moon. So we could maybe do that first. And then actually land people there and then come back somehow. Which I guess is going to involve, like, leaving the spacecraft out in space and then detaching and then docking with it. Oh my god. Ah! I don't know how we're going to do that without more tutorials, but we can at least try, you know. I think we have just enough knowledge now to be dangerous, so... Like I said earlier, I'll sleep on it and see if I come up with a plan, but... That's going to do it for this time. So, next stream's going to be on Wednesday. Don't know what it's going to be, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And then, obviously, weekend... Hopefully this weekend will be more normal than last weekend. And it'll be the next to last weekend before the end of the year. So, yeah, we're getting very, very close to wrapping up 2022 couch activity. So... That's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself, and I will do my best to do the same. The couch is gone. The couch is orbital, but maybe terminally orbital? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, see you later, RS Bear. And everyone else out there, have a good one. Adios.